Siren. Siren. No. So hello folks. As you can see, wow, that's nice. As you can see, we are not doing the toucan. The paper that I wanted to do it on has not arrived. I am very annoyed with Amazon right now. I think one of their drivers doesn't like me. I don't know. They always complain about our gate, but the thing with our gate is they're supposed to find my name on the list and call at any rate. So our primary project, I guess, is now going to be this hat, my witch's hat, which I finally finished resketching onto this Strathmore pastel paper. It is another cotton paper, I think. They're all acid-free. Oops, don't want to touch that much. And it has a very similar texture. It's not quite woven. The birds are losing it. The guy that maintains the feeder just came and gave them fresh food. Anyway, so this is very similar to the paper I am doing my bee on. I did a small test swatch, and I think I'm going to like this paper. I am hoping to complete this piece and fall in love with it all over again, because I'm telling you, resketching something makes you wonder what the fuck you're doing. And yeah, I'm hoping I'm going to love this, because I really would like to frame it and hang it if I do a good job with it. This is going to be a personal piece. I have no plans to sell it, but I really want something that I've done and that I'm proud of up on my walls. So this Strathmore paper is also a much bigger paper than I'm used to working with. And that's why it's on this board, because the actual pad would be very awkward to work with. It really would. The board isn't really much better, but it helps. And the one thing that's really nice about the board is being able to change its position when I need to. So that's very nice. What I'm doing right now is applying an undercoat. Everything else I do will be on top of this undercoat. try to get quite a bit of this undercoated before I get onto the details. I have to work on it in this position because if I put this up this way, you guys would not be able to see this upper corner. And one of the things that I have learned about working on this kind of art with the makeup in particular, it probably is not the same if you're using paints or, well, it might be the same if you're using paints and you have to wait for things to dry and all that. But in general, I have to work, because I'm right-handed, I basically have to work from the upper right corner down to the left corner. So this is my lower right corner. When I get enough of the hat done up here, I'll probably flip it and start working on the stuff on the bottom. That's when I'll flip the board. For now, we get to work in Awkwardville. And get our undercoating. Now, I did test this paper. I was struggling to actually get the sketch done. And somewhere in the middle of it, I kind of went, you know, it would suck if you finally got this sketch done and you realized that this paper wasn't going to work. Was going to be kind of like the 400 grit. UArt. The UArt I'm waiting for now is a 600 grit. I did some tests on different sandpapers, and the 600 seemed to be the best. 800 probably would work really well as well. The 1000 worked pretty good, but it was didn't seem to have enough to really make the catch, so to speak. All right, I think we've got that mostly on there. Obviously, some things about the hat have changed. The shape and the size is a little bit different. I didn't think I was going to get my 3 books at the bottom, but I did. Very pleased about that. One of the things that I did note before was that I would be talking less. It's not that I don't want to talk to you. I would just like to focus on what I'm doing a bit more. I will talk to you about the different things I'm doing. But yeah, I'm really hoping to reduce the amount of discussion in these. That will also help make them shorter. I've also noted, this was something I noted in the, ooh, that glitter is doing better than I thought. It's gonna get covered up though. One of the things that I noted is that I want to try to make these videos shorter. So, not doing a lot of talking. For those of you who missed my weekend my weekend bee, the things that I'm doing now is I'm going to be doing less talking. I'm going to get some of the work done not on video, so you guys won't be seeing everything as I'm doing it. I've just posted a koi, or I will be posting a koi, and there will be a difference from where that koi ends in the video that goes up this weekend to where it starts on the next one. Same for the bee. I actually got that flower we started on with the bee almost done, and I will do some finalizing of it, probably what I started on the next video for it. Thing is, working with makeup on paper, even with these pastel papers, which I'm really enjoying, even with these pastel papers, working with makeup on paper requires a lot of layering to get the colors down where I want, to get the saturation where I want. You know, just all of that. So rather than having you guys watch me continually to layer and layer and layer over and over and over again, the plan is to show you the work being done at different phases. So I will do most of my layering once a piece is started off the camera, so you guys don't have to put up with it all the time. And that will also shorten the number of weeks that we'll be working on a particular piece, and will help shorten the videos, because I will also cut some of that out of the middle of these longer videos too. So I just can't do those completion videos where they're doing like from start to finish and they do it in 10 minutes. I do not have the patience to put that many videos together and try to edit that many. No, that's not going to happen. That is not going to happen. So you will get to see various hello. You will get to see various stages, various techniques that I'm using. You will get to see various new tools I'm using, like this smudger. I am still figuring out where the pastels and the makeup are the same and where they're different, where the things work for pastels but don't work for the makeup in particular. So I'm still doing a lot of learning in that regard, but I'm feeling much more confident in my work and in my knowledge, which is really kind of important, you know. Smoothing chunking it in, trying to get it more evenly coated. One of the things I'm really appreciating about these pastel papers is, unlike the drawing paper, I'm getting less smudge around the edges. It's not to say it's not there, and I am going to have to find colors to help clean this up later. This one has glitter around it too, but I am seeing less actual smudging. So that is one way that the pastels and makeup seem to work fairly similarly. The pastels do, from what I've seen in videos, stick better. As I was saying, the pastels definitely stick better. From the samples I saw, the examples, the videos I saw, the pastels just really do cling to this paper. These textured papers. And they do it with nearly no kickback, whereas my makeup still gives me kickback. So there are still, while this paper works much better for it, there are still things that I have to watch out for, including the kickback. And some of that smudging right there could be me just not being careful enough. I did notice that this paper, like the woven paper for the bee, does seem to clean up fairly well. Mostly. Mostly. One of the things that is going to be, well, one of the things that I figured out is that I absolutely have to finish one section as completely as possible before I move on to the next session. So this entire point will need to be done before I can move down. And that includes any pen lines. I think I haven't gotten to the point where I have my pen lines to worry about. So we'll see. I could probably put the glassine over it if I carefully, you got a cat hair. If I'm careful, and I should be able to do any final pen bits or whatever I want to do, as long as I use some glassine over it. I did play around with my lights a little bit, so hopefully you guys are seeing things better a little bit, except for when I have to do this over it. So you can't see what I'm doing. I am building and blending the colors. I'm sorry I had you guys cut off from the corner. My apologies. So I think that's going to be it for the day. I was hoping to go just a little bit longer, but I think, yeah, that's what I think. Swear that African bird channel has some loud boys. Alrighty, so I think that's gonna do it for tonight. For now, I'm gonna clean up some of this. Yes, that's it. Yeah, see how nicely that cleans. The other paper, the regular drawing paper, doesn't clean up that well. So I'm glad I decided to go out and try to figure it out, you know, which papers work best for my medium. And what's interesting is the other paper has texture. It's just, its texture is more grainy, whereas these seem to be more lines. So it'll be interesting to see if that UArt 600 works for me, if it ever gets here. So I think, like I said, that is going to be it for tonight. I do not know if this is going to be my final line. I may need to do my line again. But I'm trying to define those lines. Anyway, I hope you liked what you've seen in that the shortened format. Not showing you guys everything. All the repeated layers, although you got to see a lot of repeated layers today. I hope that works for you all. And I hope you will do all those YouTube things, like subscribe, share, comment down below, all the things. Yeah, zipping and putting things away. Doing the things. Doing the things. I'm going to protect this piece. I'm sure you noticed that this board didn't get to move much. It actually cannot. I have it pretty set. The way my table and everything is set up, it's pretty set. It's a pretty big board. It doesn't have much room, move space on here. So I have to move the camera instead of the board and all that. But anyway, like I said, that's it for the night. And I hope you all come back, and we shall see you later. Bye.